Page 17, Do, Re, Mi. This is from the musical The Sound of Music. 4/4 time, there's no sharps or flats. We're using the white keys on the piano. Going to be moving around some, so let's take this carefully. You're starting out in the right hand here. And the left hand, when it comes in, the last two measures of the line is 2 and 4 here. So you're kind of in middle C position to start. They have a note for you there at the beginning to prepare left hand. Isn't that nice? That's not part of the music. You normally don't see that in music. It's up to you to figure out what you got to do. Prepare left hand simply means get your left hand up here ready to go. And that's not a bad idea. Even though the left hand doesn't play for a while, it doesn't hurt having it up here ready to go. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Not hard but. Then just scrunch up a little bit and come up fifth, thumb on D. And that moves the hand up. And then the left hand can play. As the right hand's held down, you do measure 9, you scrunch up again, thumb on E, and you have a thumb here. 1, 2, 3. This left hand is tied all the way across the line. Just hold it down. 2, 3. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, scrunch up again, thumb, let up on the left hand. 2, 3. So we just keep doing this. Now you're ending the second line here with a rest, and during the rest you come back down here. It's a little fit back where you started. Get the left hand out of the way. Get out of the way, left hand. You're here. 2, 3. Let the left hand play the A. Here, and then during the rest, you got 2 beats of rest. Get the left hand out of the way. Get out of the way, left hand, and the right hand comes up here. 1, you just moved up. 1, 2, 3. And the left hand comes back. And that's nice. And then we do that again. Measure 25. It's the right hand. You come up again. 2, 3. Now you got F sharp and G sharp. The left hand does that. 3, 4, 1, 2, and then a B flat. Now at the bottom, the last line on page 19, the first ending, if you understand first endings, they're doing here 2, 2, 2, and then thumb, because you're going to repeat back to the beginning of the thumb. I don't like doing that. I mean, it's showy. I like to show off, look, because there's staccatos and you got time to move and all that, okay. But it's just terrible fingering. So I would suggest first you can do this, 1, 2, and then a 1. In my opinion, is a much better fingering. And once you got the notes and the hands working together, get rid of the hesitation so it is a steady beat throughout. Now we can go back as far as articulation goes, connect this. Up. Every time I'm lifting, I'm just going to lift. It's like taking a breath. So just lift up, because they give you rest a lot of time when you have to lift up. You don't have a choice. And at the bottom of page 19, the staccatos are short staccatos. And the last 2 measures there, here. And then a staccato and an accent. Just play a little louder. Both hands. As far as dynamic goes, this is a happy song. So be happy. It's an order. You're starting out moderately loud. On page 19, at measure 29, you're going to go up to very loud, or up to loud. There. Don't get loud until that last line. Now, in the last 2 measures, you're loud, and the accent then makes that last note very loud. Just a little louder than loud, is all. As far as the speed goes, again, this is usually felt in 2. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's happily, be happily. That's a mood, not a speed. But a lot of times in music where they're supposed to tell you the speed, instead of that, they tell you the mood of the piece. And that from that, you're supposed to get an idea of what the speed is, because there's no one set speed. Well, be happy about this. All right. We have a page turn in here. So you got to be able to do this without messing up the beat. You're here. Now at the top of page 18, both hands are busy. So I'm going to have to turn the page before then. So what I can do at the bottom of page 17, if I change the fingering a little bit, I can do, instead of here, I can do fifth finger, scratch up, and then reach down and catch those two notes with here. Just hold that down. See if you can do that. Because that way your left hand's free to turn the page if you want. If you want. Otherwise, you got to leave out notes because you're here, and what do you do? I mean, it sounds a little weird, but if you're going to leave out notes, leave out both of those notes in the left hand. Don't play anything in the left hand on page 17 if you're going to do that. Just there, and then while you're holding this down for 8 counts, go ahead and turn the page there. However, I see nothing wrong with playing it with fifth finger, and that way I get all the notes. We'd like to have all the notes if we can. So we'll do. Or you get somebody to turn the page for you, or memorize page 17. There's not much to it. Just memorize that. Just have the book open to page 18, and you don't have to worry about page 17. You got it memorized. Because when you get to the bottom of page 19, you repeat back to page 17 again. Well, if you don't have it memorized, now you got to turn the page back. That's not really a problem because the left hand isn't doing anything at the bottom of page 19. As you're doing that, you can turn the page back. But again, if you just memorize page 17, you don't have to worry about it. Now on pages 18 and 19, they give you little notes, and I don't care for these. You got enough to learn already without adding more, but you'll notice above measure 17, they say move to the C pentascale. Or they're telling you where to move. I don't use those. The finger numbers tell you where to move. You don't get little notes in the music to tell you where to move. You got to figure it out either by the finger numbers or the notes or something. You figure it out yourself. But when they say in measure 17, C pentascale, well, now you got to know what a pentascale is and what's C pentascale and all that junk. Because at measure 21, now you go to the D pentascale and then the E pentascale. And what? So I'm assuming the method book explained this, although I don't teach pentascales. Penta means 5. In other words, it's a 5-note scale. Well, you got 5 fingers on your hand if you have all your fingers, and so it's just when you put your hand in C position, with C the bottom note, that is a C pentascale. It's a 5-finger scale, and C's the bottom note that identifies it, so it's a C pentascale. A D pentascale, you got to know that if there's an F. If you don't know what a D scale is, how do you know what this is? There's an F sharp in it. And then an E pentascale, well, now you got an F sharp and a G sharp. You got to do that. And to me, that just complicates it. I'll measure 17, just put your little finger there and the rest of the fingers in there, and that's close enough. I don't care what scale it is or what you call it. That's what it is. And then I'll measure 21. The little finger's here. I'm just going up 1. Now I'm here. And then I see, oh, there's an F sharp in there. So I'll go here. Okay. Measure 25. Well, I'll go here. But then I got an F sharp and a G sharp in the music. So, okay, I'll do that. I use the same fingers for the black keys as the white key. That's all I'm doing. I'm not reading pentascales or thinking about all that junk. So. I'd like to play it with you very slowly to check the notes and the rhythms. Not going to do any dynamics. I'll do the staccatos though. I'm not going to do the repeat though, because I don't want to do the page turns. I'm going to do page 17 and I'm going to stop, turn the page, give another 4 counts to count in again, and then we'll do pages 18 and 19. But at the bottom of page 19, I'm not going to do the repeat sign. I'm just going to do the first ending and then immediately go to the second ending, just straight through. It'll sound weird, but that's okay. All we're doing is checking notes and rhythms. We're not performing it here. So I'll give us 4 counts. Let's just do this slowly together. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn the page. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go on to the next measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now there is a duet part at the bottom of this. I'd like to play that, and you play this thing. But you got to be able to change or turn this page without messing up the rhythm. I suggest you just memorize page 17. It's pretty simple. Then you don't have to worry about it, because we are going to take the repeat. We're going to actually perform this more or less. I'm not going to take it up to full speed, but I'm going to take it a lot faster than we just did. But again, I need you to move up an octave. So just pretend middle C is up here. So instead of here, go up here. Up in here, so play it up in here. I'll give us 4 counts, and let's try it together. And we're just going to go straight through it with the repeat. I'm not going to give us any counts. I'm not going to count us in here, because there's a 2 measure introduction that you don't have. It's in the bottom parts, in the teacher part. I'm going to pretend to be the teacher, so I'm going to play those 2 beats. It's a rest. And then you start here. So it's here. 1 and 2. Like that. And you come in at that point. I'll try and play your first note or so with you to help you come in at time. So let's try that. Rest. Second